What's up guys, this is Sorin and I would like to welcome you to our very first Extinction video here on Sorin Gaming. We do play on server PvE NA Extinction 914, so all the rates you see here are official. Today, I want to show you the amazing power of the Gacha to supply you with everything you will need to be a powerhouse in Extinction. First, I'm going to go over what I think is pretty much a necessary step for any respectable Gacha resource farm and will make the whole process much easier. And that, my friends, is snow owls. Lots and lots of snow owls. Snow owls, as I'm sure you know, can be found in the snow biome and are pretty darn easy tames at any level. To tame one, all you need is narco arrows and raw meat. To make things easier, I made a trap from doorways and ceilings with a dino gate on the front end. What makes them so easy is their torpor drain is so slow, all you have to do is put the raw meat in them and they will tame up before they wake up. Now, as you can see in this video, my trap is actually in the wastelands right next to the snow biome, and that's because my trap doubles also as an RG taming pen. Okay, so once you have a few snow owls, you will need to begin gathering their pellets. Their pellets have two important uses. One, they are the preferred food for taming gachas, and when combined with stone in a gacha's inventory, causes the gacha to produce at its maximum rate and quantity with the best chances of epic loot. I'll also note that you can sometimes force them to create a pellet by pressing the defecate button while riding them, which is the plus sign on your numpad on a keyboard, but you can also rebind this key if you don't have a numpad. Alright, so once you have a fair number of pellets, like 30, it's time to go get your first gacha. Now, while you can tame gachas on stacks of stone and stone walls and other materials, I find that process to be entirely too tedious and it takes a lot longer. Not to mention the challenge of how you carry 30 stacks of 100 stone in your inventory. Really the only way to do that I've seen is to bring like a doad while doing the tame. So really I recommend starting with a low level to begin with and just using those 30 pellets to get your first gacha. Okay, so once you have one gacha, you can begin to collect owl pellets in mass. That is because the gachas will automatically pick up and store any owl pellets that are dropped in their vicinity. Now, if they have stone in their inventory, they will eat the pellets. So as long as they have no stone in their inventories, they will not eat the pellets. Okay, so what you want to do to get your owl pellet production going is arrange your owls where they're either perched above or right in front of your gachas, so that when they spit out their pellets, it will be in range of the gachas. I like to set up a minimum of 2 owls per gacha, or if I have 2 gachas, 4 owls, right next to them, so that the gachas are just constantly picking up their pellets. Now, you'll also want to ensure that the owls are in range of a feeding trough or have maximum food so that they will produce the maximum number of pellets possible. So, assuming that you have your owl and gacha station set up in range of your base, all you have to do is keep your gachas and owls zoned in, and over time, your owls will continue to create pellets and your gachas will continue to pick them up. I even oftentimes will AFK laying in a bed so that this process can go on even longer and my gachas will collect even more pellets for me. So once you have a goodly number of pellets, it's time to go get more gachas. And I'm not talking about like just a few. Like I find that after a couple hours of gameplay, my gachas are slot capped with owl pellets. It's amazing. This is especially true if you can get like 3 or 4 owls feeding into each gacha that you have. So as you can see in this video, we have 4 stations of gachas going at our base. It's definitely a good idea to try to get a good diversity of resources on your gachas so that you can switch out your gachas depending on what resources you're trying to farm. Now, regardless of how friendly these guys seem, they actually don't like being around other gachas. I just position them far enough apart such that when they're filled with stone and owl pellets, they get that glowing lights in their back. But I've also heard that the magic number is 12 foundations apart. The only exception to this rule is they don't mind being next to members of the opposite gender, meaning you can keep a male and a female next to each other. I can't say for sure, but this might even increase the quality of rare drops and quantity of resources they produce in their crystals. Needless to say, it's a good idea. So once you have a good setup with a few gacha stations, it's time to get the stone that will drive this whole engine. For this setup, I think it is ideal to have a good doad and most likely a good RG so you can carry your doad to high density stone areas. I find that dense and normal metal nodes are great for stone, as are crystal nodes. We built a vault in our gacha resource farming area just so we can collect enough stone so that when we're ready to start doing gacha resource farming, we can just pull the stone from the vault and put it into all the gachas. Alright, so once you have a vault full of stone and enough pellets in each gacha not to run out, so maybe 40 pellets in each, it's time to make some magic. Now just load your gachas with stone and let it rain. Really, all you do now is go around and collect the gacha crystals. One thing to note is that they do have 15-minute expiration timers, so you should at least make rounds and pick up all the crystals every 15 minutes. That is, if you can wait that long. I think it's also worth noting that we level our gachas into crafting skill, as this increases the number of resources they drop in the resource crystals, and I think frequency and definitely quality of the loot crystals. I recommend when opening the non-glowing crystals that you do it next to a forge and vault. A forge if you have metal gachas, and a vault for all your heavy materials such as crystal and obsidian. Then there is the fun of opening your Ascendant, Mastercraft, Journeyman, Apprentice, and Ramshackle crystals for awesome one-off pieces of gear. We have gotten some crazy drops, like long necks with 650 damage and 2000 durability, or riot gloves with 850 armor and 1000 durability. I will note though that while these items are usable, the next time the server resets, they will get nerfed down to the max level for your server. So on official, that long neck was nerfed down to 295% damage. Still pretty decent. The durability, however, remains unchanged. Alright, that's it. That's our method for getting gachas to produce crazy amounts of resources for us. We have used this to build cryopods, cryo fridges, all the materials for our replicator. I will note that you do have to go into the caves to build the replicator. However, it is well worth it, as you then can use the organic polymer from gachas to build the rest of the tech and armor that you might want on Extinction. But yeah, thank you so much for checking out this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you have any additional kind of tips on how gachas can be best utilized, I would love to hear about that. But yeah, just appreciate you taking the time to watch this video, and plan to put out some more videos. Spent the last couple, really last month, just kind of learning about Extinction and having fun playing it, but plan to put out lots of more videos and would love to share those with you, so hope you'll consider subscribing. But yeah, again, just thanks so much for checking out this video, and hope you have a wonderful day.